Now I want to talk to you about business and my role as a leader in it. Many businesses fail. Why? Well, I become convinced of the following reasons. Firstly, the inability of leaders to make their intent clear and then communicate just that in a manner that normal people can not only understand it, but also become enthusiastic about it. Then also, leaders find it hard to see the whole and how interconnected everything is. Their thinking is hugely fragmented. Leaders cannot work with the end in mind and therefore become proactive in what to do right now. Leaders seldom reflect on reality, and that is why their conversations or their processes seldom allow them to reflect on alternatives and move into that very special creative zone. Businesses get stuck in not having the right person in the right position for the right reason at the right time. Business leaders and so their subordinates always compete, but then in a very almost destructive manner. As a matter of fact, there's no love. And in the end, it's just all about me and what is in it for me. The I will dominates. And that is why we do not do the obvious most of the time. Now, as a soldier, I learned that there's an alternative to all this failure. I grew up in an era after the Second World War where my thinking had changed from that of attrition warfare to that of mobility, a much more indirect approach in the complexity of modern day warfare. Now, this was merely because I was exposed to these concepts over time and how it changed my life. Now, I'm also driven by an underlying thought in that business do learn and evolve from the history of warfare, and that in society the community follows again on what business is doing. The concepts and the philosophies of warfare was and will never be static. It is therefore an ever-evolving process of learning and new discovery. Today I want to believe that these same concepts that attributed to maneuver warfare in the last century can be directly translated into the domain of modern day business and communities with the leadership in there. This has become the only way for business to respond to a rapid, volatile, ever-changing operating environment where we can learn how to deal with uncertainty and get ahead of it as we explore the domain of strategic advancement. Now, this would be a business where I intuitively know that any of my team members or business unit leaders will be at the right place, at the right time, doing whatever that situation dictates in fulfilling their responsibilities in order to accomplish exactly the same mission. A business where we can become so good in what we do that we can actually hear the music playing around us in that business. A space where I can sense that in my own greatness, I do contribute towards the harmony of something greater than myself. It is no longer about me, but about what is happening between us. A business where I have the ability to respond to any setback or challenge, knowing that I'm not alone. Yet, if I have to, I will get the job done because of the commitment and the self-discipline that I apply. In this sense, I know that I can trust my leadership as much as others trust me and allow me to get the job done. A business where we don't lose focus, as we've learned as a collective to become responsible for where the challenge or the breakthrough is, and then choose to support one another in achieving our strategic goals and objectives. Now, for this support, we need to be able to challenge our mental frames and create a common understanding of the interdependencies that we need to become successful. As I matured in understanding business, this kind of business, I became aware of how important it is for the leader to lead by intent. A level of trust in those doing the work that is so high that the leader can detach from it and focus on what it is that he is there for. All I had to do was to describe the desired outcome in language that everyone could understand, and then assign the resources to trusted team members, and by virtue of their collective skills and acceptance of the contract of work, they will deliver on the results. Thereafter, I need to get off the playing field and let them get on with the game. Now, this is what business would be for me in the times that we're living in. And then, of course, my role as a leader therein.